Merry Christmas! At the time of recording, it is cold enough to freeze your Thanksgiving dinner within 2 minutes. It's ridiculous outside. So let's get started. What's going on, family, man? It's your boy Trap Vision 3D, man, and here's a news flash for you. All right, before I give you the news, let me just paint the picture for you. I've been collecting Invicta since 2014. However, I came at a time where, Invicta had slowed down on producing watches with the value movements in it, the ETA movements. However, they were still circulating throughout, the Invicta community. And I really didn't hear that much about it until maybe 2017. As I collected, I was hearing these terms being thrown out. You want to get the best Invicta that they have to offer, and it's with that 2824 and the value 7750, even the 7751, right, with the moon face. Now, here's the crazy thing. ETA announced that they were going to stop selling, their movements to third-party companies. So they're like, all right, cool, whatever. I missed out on the error, because I do like Invicta they make some crazy styles, man, crazy watches, right? But we talked about it, we complained about it. I was like, man, I wish they did that. And the only way you can actually get it is through, buying from another collector. If somebody threw up a 2824 on eBay or something like that, or you knew somebody that had the watch, they could possibly gift it to you, or whatever the case is. There was no way you were going to buy it through Invicta Watch Company, unless, here's the deal, check this out. There were cases where 7750s popped up during COVID, and I imagine the only thing I could think of is these watches were on those cruise ships. Well, COVID hit, cruise ships sat in laid waste for a year and a half, and then they went and grabbed all the watches off and started recirculating them through. So we were seeing some of those 7750s being sold like recently. Like, how did they start? No. Well, here's some news for you. I was being nosy. I was going through Invicta Watch Group page, and I found this, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, is this for real? Is this true? Invicta, are you telling me that there's a resurgence of the ETA movement in your watches? Now, this is the big question I have. This is the big question. With this news, if it's true, which, it's on their website, so it gotta be true, right? I learned a long time ago, man, if it's in black and white, then it gotta be true. Will this bring back those core collectors? Because I know some of the core collectors were so upset and so frustrated with, Invicta, man, we want those movements back, or something equivalent. We didn't even see the Salida 200s and 500s being used as often, right? And what's the equivalence of a 2824? Salida movements, the value 7750, Salida 500. Salida had to step in because there was a void, because all of the big brands or the luxury brands, they were getting these movements, and some of us don't have the money to spend on that. I don't have $5,000 or $6,000 to spend on a watch because of heritage. And I get it. I'm not taking away from the history of the watches and what they mean to the watch world. High horology, I understand, but Invicta has a fan base like none other. There's, based on the news that they put out, there's over 1,000 watches being delivered every hour worldwide, over 4 million customers. So some of those customers walked away. The big question is, are they going to come back? Is Invicta going to knock it out the park with this news? Like, the watches have the movements that they once had back in the early 2000s. So we're going to see. I'm going to see what 2023 is going to bring. And yes, they're coming in some funky styles. And that may just be the tip of the iceberg. I know they don't always put everything on their website, but we're going to see. Now, keep in mind, those of you guys that just came into 2022 collecting Invicta, and you're like, man, this is so affordable. That was their whole thing, is making the watches affordable for us to, get it. Don't think that these movements, if this is true, they're not coming cheap. Y'all seen the Salida 500s, right? those things, they were still under $1,000, which I think is still a nice price. And they were giving coupons. But I'm pretty sure back in the day, in the early 2000s, they were still charging $1,100, $1,900 for some of these watches. And here's the question. Will Invicta bring back the Speedway with the jewels using the value movement? Hey, we seen Kamon. If you don't know who Kamon Lee is, man, go over to Instagram, dude. Look at his pictures. Dude got phenomenal photography, man. This dude, perfect. Anyway, I had to drop that news. Now, y'all stay tuned because this is one of many videos I'm going to be doing. I have 4 more videos coming on after this. We're going to go through Christmas, right? And then that's it for the year. I have a couple of unboxings. Well, actually, we got a couple of unboxings. Yeah, you'll see that later on today. And then tomorrow will be the last day, Christmas Day. We will not have any more videos until the first of the year. So, family, I will see you guys. Man, hold on. Let me do right. Until the next lightning strike, which will be later on today, you guys be blessed.